Hi, hello, hi. I actually have some willpower and energy today, so I'm going to make use of it and do some videos. Yes, I am poodling. Very poodling. No sleeves whatsoever. First of all, it is hot here and I don't have AC. Second of all, I have a brand new tattoo on my arm. I will post a picture on Instagram so you can actually see it a little bit better. But I got it in honor of my dad. He was a photographer, um, both professionally and it was his hobby. So this is based on two of his photographs, a succulent and a sunset. And then the last words he ever said to me was, "To thine own self be true." This has probably been the most painful tattoo I've ever gotten. I have 5 now, but I think it helped. I think it helped me a lot. I'm not crying every day. I still miss my dog and my dad very, very much, but I at least have a bit of my dad with me always now because it's his photographs. I'm planning on doing a tattoo for my dog. I was really, really struggling with my dad, and so I needed to do my dad tattoo first. I don't know how often I'll be posting. Just like I said, today I had the willpower and energy to do it, so I'm doing it. I will try to, not wait a whole 2 more months until I come back and post again. But we'll see. I wanted to share a little story about the memorial for my dad and my dog. Just since, I've been telling you guys kind of along this whole thing of what's been going on with my dad dying and my dog dying. This is a little bit of brightness, I guess, to add to it. So, a few weeks ago, I don't even remember, all of this is like, the time is condensing, but a few weeks ago, whatever, I had the memorial, and part of it was going out to a hiking trail and scattering the ashes of both my dad and my dog. I did them together because my dad definitely really, 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 really loved my dog. He was more of a cat person, but he absolutely adored Spirit. The interesting thing is, so I poured out my dad's ashes, my stepdaughter poured out my dog's ashes. We did it at the same time. We were standing right next to each other. So it was just the same spot, same wind, whatever, but the ashes poured out very differently. When Spirit's ashes were poured out, they actually kind of looked like an animal running or a fish swimming. Anyways, there was movement to it. It went like that in the air, and it all went out quickly, whoosh, and it honestly reminded me of when Spirit was much younger. When I would take him to the dog park, he would anxiously wait by the gate, and I would open the gate and he would take off like a jackrabbit as fast as he could possibly run into the dog park. And he hadn't been able to run for a very long time in his old age, so it felt like he was running free, that he was being set free and was able to run again like a young dog. It was very beautiful to see his ashes just take off in the wind and spread out over the desert. My dad's ashes did not fly off. They landed straight at my feet. I kid you not. They just went, I don't know if they were more dense or what, but they just plopped straight down, right at my feet. And where we poured out the ashes was in the desert on a hiking trail. So all you could see was desert for miles around, but there was a little bench. So it was like And also, this wasn't where we were, wasn't the location I was trying to get to. We actually got kind of lost-ish and had to go to a different area, so I was really distraught, really angry with myself that I couldn't find the right path. You know, it was a path that my dad and I always took. This was a different path. So it felt like he was saying, no, you know what, this is good. I'm good here. I'm going to enjoy the view. If he had been alive, he would have done that. He would have sat on the bench and enjoyed the view and taken pictures. And so it was like, almost like he was saying, I'm good here. This is a good spot. You picked a good spot, and I'll always be near you. I'll always be with you. Because he just fell straight down, right at my feet. So I like to think that he's out there watching out, and he's enjoying the view in the desert, and spirit is just running free without any pain. This has been horrible. This has been really hard, but that was at least it was a lovely moment, and I could even, injected a little bit of humor into it. My dad was always able to find the humor in things, and I sat next to the ashes on the ground and took a picture and captioned it, "Me and my dad hiking." Just gruesome, but it was his ashes, so I got one final picture with him, technically. So anyways, I'm still dealing with it. I'm still dealing with the legality of it. I have other places I need to call and deal with, and I finally got his death certificate, so I can do a lot of things now, and I'm still dealing with his stuff. I'm actually really excited to get his furniture in here. I'm going to be using his desk and bookshelf, and I'm excited to actually make this room organized and pretty with a real desk, not a TV stand. And of course I will give a room tour once it's all done, but as you can see, you can tell that there's some pictures there that weren't there before. And over there, I don't know if you can tell from here, but most of it is trains. All of those pictures were his pictures. I have a lot of his photographs hanging up around the house now. I was going to try to do some kind of like ASMR on talking to you when you're going through grief, and I couldn't do it. I can hardly think of the right things to say to myself. But maybe hopefully in the future, when I've healed a little bit more, I'm hoping to do an ASMR based on grief. But the headache one, I have been getting a lot of headaches, so I thought that would be easy to do. And I thought that my first video back needed to be ASMR. So that's it. That's kind of what's going on with me. And yeah, I don't know when the next one will be, but I will try to be a little more consistent now. So thank you for all your love and support. It helps immensely in more ways than I can say. Huge help. Love you guys. Bye for now. Mwah.